This is everyone's first time. Hello? Welcome back to my 90 days of lessons from me, for me to you. And today is day 26 or 27, I believe. I can't remember exactly. I'm sorry, I didn't check this. I didn't check today. But today's lesson is that this is everyone's first time. So be gentle and be forgiving. This lesson is one that I feel like a lot of people really need to hear. This isn't more so of a personal. Actually, no. This is a lesson I learned in therapy. It's a lesson I learned in therapy. I went to therapy last year, guys. This is everyone's first time, bro. As far as we know, we don't know about reincarnation and that stuff. But this is everyone's first time being alive, bro. Like, nobody knows what they should be doing. There's no rule book of how to live your life and what to do with your life. And the aspect that this is probably our one and only shot at this is more of a reason to, just live your life the way you want to and not really hold grudges against people. Because, I'll admit, adults, yeah, they give off this idea and aura that they know exactly what's going on, or, they know everything that's how it's supposed to go, especially as a kid. Like, as a 5-year-old, you think your mom and your dad, like, oh, they know everything. Like, they know the entire world, like everything that's supposed to happen. Okay, yeah, like, they know it. They have all the answers. Dude, they don't. They don't. And as you grow up, you learn that more and more every day. I'm 23 now. I'm gonna be 24 by the end of this year. Damn. Damn. Crazy to say. But, sometimes I think about it, and sure, I'm more responsible in the things that I do, and I make better decisions than I would have made at the age of 18. But I'm still prone to making bad decisions. I'm still prone to messing up on certain things. I'm still prone to, thinking I know it all, right? Like, as, a 23-year-old, you're still fresh to adulthood, bro. Like, your 20s are like your first real experience with adulthood. And this, again, like I said, it's your first time doing it. You don't know what you should be doing, especially with the way the world is today. The world is ever changing and ever evolving. There's no rule book or set rules of how you should be living your life. Give me a second. Okay, sorry, my brother called me. It was very pressing matters. But yeah, back to on topic. First time around. I can't remember exactly what I was talking about before, but again, back to the entire theme of it, dude. Nobody knows what we're doing. Nobody knows what you're doing. And that's why, it's one of the reasons why, yes, you should listen to people when they try to help you and give you information on things, but it can also be used as one of the reasons why you shouldn't listen to a person when they tell you to do things, right? When somebody's doubting you so much and telling you that you can't do something, that you can't do this, you can't do that, it's because they can't do it, right? They can't do it. They believe in themselves that they are incapable of doing this, and they're pushing that onto you. And, it's one of the things I'm just like, don't let another person's own disbelief and faith in themselves disrupt you and your dreams. For, like, take me, for example. A lot of people, they'd say, oh, dude, I can't wake up every single day and sit in front of a camera or get on the internet and act stupid, right? I can't do it. I can't get up every day and record or edit or do this and do that every day. It's not that you really can't. It's that you believe you can't, and you won't do it because you don't believe you can. If you believe, there's so many things that if you just believe in yourself a little bit more than somebody who did before, you can do it. You can do it because everyone who's done it before you didn't think they could do it. There's always a point in somebody's life where they didn't believe they could do it because they were told by somebody that they couldn't do it, right? And I always see people kind of take that and kind of hate on them for it. And in a sense, I get it. Like, there's the joke of like, oh, rappers like, oh, my teacher didn't believe in me, blah blah blah. My teacher's like, I was gonna be worth nothing and all that stuff. And a good amount of times, maybe it's coming from a place of hatred. But I would like to think that the future educators of the generation aren't actually hating on kids and their dreams. I would really love to believe that they aren't. But, it's coming from a place of they don't know any better. Why? Because it's their first time. This is all that they know. The way that we were grown and the way that we live, certain aspects of us, it's all that we know, right? The only thing that you know is what you believe, right? Like, I'll give you an example. My mom, right? My mom's been working in the US for the past, I'm 23. Moved here when I was 2, so 21 years now. Yeah, 21 years she's been working here. And I'm gonna assume at some point in that time she waited tables at my mom's a waitress at a country club. Makes good money. Shout out to her. Not gonna lie. We got a 5-bedroom house. She's making bread over there. So, mom, you got it. But, when I was searching for a job a couple months ago and I was still, not back home, I was, moved out still. I was gonna get a job at Applebee's, and she was like, I don't think you can work that job. And I was like, why don't you believe I can work this job? It's like, because you have to do this, you have to do that, and I don't think you're capable of doing it. And I'm like, why? We got into an argument about it. I'm like, why are you so in disbelief of? Give me a second. Why are you so in disbelief of me doing something? And it finally got to the root cause of it, and she was like, because I couldn't do it, because she couldn't do it. She didn't believe that I could do it. And eventually I realized that in that time I did concede. Within that time I conceded. I was like, the best decision for me to make right now is for me to go back home, so I still have time to focus on this, because I'm doing this every single day. This is what I really care about, instead of having to worry about paying rent, worry about paying this, worry about paying that, job, dog, and all that stuff, right? But in my head, if I had internalized the fact that she doesn't believe in me, right, I would have held it against her. And what would that have done for me? Holding it against my mom. It's her first time. All she knows is that she can make money this certain way. She made money that certain way, right? Her mind is not as expanded. And that's not that she's not smart. She's a very intelligent woman. But, her belief system, right? Maybe in me, stemming from herself, knowing that it's hard, she's like, oh, I couldn't do it. He's not capable of doing it, right? But if I held on to that, and be like, oh man, like, oh, she doesn't believe in me, she doesn't believe in me, it wouldn't have helped me, because then I would start doubting myself, right? And it's like I'm saying, like, this is her first time living life, right? What she knows is the wisdom she's trying to impart on me. When I'm in the future, God forbid, I really hope I never, try to push down my kids' dreams, but all the dreams, all that I know is all I'm going to be able to impart on that child, right? And that's why I say history is so important. This is every single person's first time being alive. It's the one and only shot you get. So being able to look at the past and learn from the past as a playbook of what you need to do going forward, mistakes not to make, it's integral. It's integral, and that's what our parents do for us, right? Sure, it's their first time. Take their advice and take it with not a grain of salt. No, take it with a grain of salt. Take it with a grain of salt. Do put value on advice from older people. If it's not weird or creepy. If it's not weird or creepy. Put value on the advice from your elders. But also know that in today's world, that may look differently. The way you apply that advice may be different, right? So I don't think there's any reason to hold on to a dislike of a person just because, they may not have liked you or they may not have believed in you. Because again, dude, this is their first time around. This is your first time around. There is somebody out there in the world, maybe, who you did that to them, right? And they're holding on to this grudge for you because your own limited mindset limited them. But, in keeping with the theme of this is your first time, this is all our first times, don't let somebody else's limited mindset limit your own mindset, right? If I let every single person's limited mindset in my entire life limit me, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be doing the things that I'm doing. I wouldn't achieve the goals that I've achieved so far. I wouldn't be essentially living my dream life right now. I'm not making any money from this yet, but I am doing the things that I love. That is also a thing that you should be doing. Do the things that you love, right? Even if they don't make you money. You can do it with the hopes that it does one day, but do the things that you love, bro. Not everything's about money. I know that the people who usually say that are the people who got money. I ain't got no bread on me, bro. I ain't got no money on me, bro. I'm in debt right now. I'm in $26K of debt from college, and I'm going back in a little bit. I'm gonna be $100K in debt in this bitch. But, don't let somebody's own limiting worldview stop you. Because again, it's their first time doing it. That's their worldview. Open your mind going forward to any and everything and any and all possibilities going through the world. So, yeah. I really hope this video makes sense because, I don't know, I feel like I kind of went on a tyrant. A tangent. Wow. A tangent. But yeah, as always, put God first in every single thing that you do in life. And love yourself more than you love anybody else. Love yourself before you love anybody else. And I love you. Because if there's nobody out there that loves you, I love you. But there's somebody out there that loves you. And I will see you guys tomorrow.